Waiver wire pickups for week 15. Let's talk about them. Number 1 on my list is Josh Hart. So the Knicks have actually been one of, if not the best team in the NBA since turning the calendar year. They've won 12 out of the last 14 games and have looked really good on both sides of the ball. And Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson have been leading the charge. Unfortunately, Julius Randle went down with a dislocated shoulder yesterday, and the expectation is he's going to miss some time. My hunch is, because shoulders can be tricky, he'll be out at least through the All-Star break, but it wouldn't be shocking to see him be out beyond that. The Knicks are going to need a lot of players to step up in Randle's absence, but I think Josh Hart should have the first crack at entering the starting lineup. While the sample size is small, in the 6 games he started this year, he's been pretty productive. He played around 35 minutes in each of those games, and he got around 10 points, nearly 8.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists. He knocked down 1.1 triples and had nearly 1.5 stocks per contest. I think those are actually pretty reasonable expectations in terms of what you can expect from Hart while Randle is out. The Knicks are already without Mitchell Robinson, so they're going to look for production wherever they can find it. If Hart is still somehow on your waiver wire, I would grab him now before somebody else does. Next on my list is Nick Richards. Richards is currently rostered in 45% of leagues, and that's actually kind of surprising. He's been benefiting from one of the more bizarre injury situations in the NBA. Mark Williams has missed the last 19 games with a back injury, and he's never really had a clear timetable for a return. Apparently, he has suffered a couple of setbacks, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be joining the starting lineup anytime soon. And Nick Richards has definitely stepped up in his absence this year. Up until now, Richards has pretty much been a reserve through the first 4 years of his career. But this year, he's seen a career high in games started with 22 and with minutes played. In those games, he's gotten around 29 minutes, he scored around 10 points, pulled down 9 rebounds, and has blocked around 1.5 shots. And he's also shot at 68% from the field this year, which is also a career high. So if you do pick him up, don't expect many assists, 3-pointers, or steals, but he'll definitely help you everywhere else. And he's a pretty competent free throw shooter, so he won't hurt you there. And over the last week, he's arguably had his best stretch. He's been inside of the top 50, and if you can get him now while he's still available in 55% of leagues, I would strongly consider it. Last on my list is Jared Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's first full season as a Laker has been a little bit tumultuous. He's been dealing with a sore heel, which cost him the first 20 games of this season, and since returning, he's been a little bit up and down, but recently, it seems like he's getting his groove back. The Lakers have definitely struggled this year, and I think Vanderbilt's absence is part of the reason why. He's a defensive specialist, and he really brings that energy on that end for the team. But I think with him now getting close to 25 minutes per night, the Lakers should definitely see some improvement on that side of the ball. Over the last 10 games, Vanderbilt's averaged around 23 minutes per night, a big jump from the 17 minutes per game he was seeing when he returned from injury. And during that span, he's averaged nearly 7 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.6 steals per game. And I expect that steal production to hold steady. And it wouldn't be shocking to see that rebound production go up a little bit. So he's definitely an add in deeper leagues. I think he's a much better add in category leagues. He did come out and say he is still dealing with some soreness in that heel, so that's something to monitor as well. But if you're looking for a defensive specialist that should be pretty well-rounded, I would definitely give him a look. Those are 3 waiver wire pickups for week 15. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know your thoughts heading into week 15 in the comments below.